I'm Tara Joseph here with Wayne Arnold of Breaking Views to get an idea of the key stories due in Asia in the coming week. And Wayne, let's start with Japan trade. By itself, maybe not so interesting, but we've seen this East Asia Sea dispute. China, Japan, not happy politically, but very, very important in terms of trade.
Right.
So is Japan going to back away from investing in China?
No. What we've seen over the past 20 years is that these political dust-ups may happen from time to time. They really don't affect business and trade that much. What the real themes behind Japanese trade with the rest of the world is the slowing economy of China, a steadily improving economy in the U.S., and a very, very rapidly deteriorating economy in Europe. So I think what we'll see with the Japanese export numbers, which are just for July, is we're going to get a snapshot of what's going to happen in the third quarter. That's a good indicator of where the world is going in the second half. I think we'll see the China numbers continue to slow down. We'll see the U.S. numbers start to sort of flatten out as we wait for elections. And in Europe, I think we're going to see a sharp deterioration. And overall, I think we'll see Japanese export numbers look pretty weak.
Okay, so Asia in trouble in terms of trade, not between China and Japan,
Right.
but the world.
They've got three legs of global trade, and they're all looking a little bit weak. I mean, the U.S. would be the bright spot, but I think things are starting to slow down as we sort of limp into November elections, and where everyone is just waiting for the Fed to do something, if it will do anything, or whether the economy is strong enough for them to do nothing.
Let's move over to China. We've got a big wave of earnings coming.
Right.
You're focusing on Sinopec, the
Right.
energy firm. Why are you picking this
Well,
one?
Sinopec's an interesting company because it's sort of the Exxon, Shell, Arco of China. I mean, this is where people go and pump gas into their cars. It's not an upstream oil company, so its earnings don't reflect oil prices as much as, say, CNOOC or PetroChina. They do because they have to absorb the cost of oil increases and declines in China. They absorb the subsidies that get paid to Chinese consumers.
So how are they doing then?
Well, they're going to do a little worse, I think. One, because oil prices whipsawed during the quarter, so they're going to have to take that up. They'll make money on when oil prices fall, and they can keep the margins, and when oil prices rise, they won't make as much money. But where I think they're going to get hit is on the revenue side, because I think that with less economic growth in China, we're going to see less trucks moving from city to city and less people pumping gas into their trucks and cars.
So signs of a slowdown.
Yeah, that might be a good indicator of what's happening with real demand on the ground in China.
Okay, let's look where the sales are really happening. And
Right.
Samsung, its new phablet out. But they've got a court ruling coming up in the States at
Right.
the same time as they've launched this new product.
Yeah.
How are things going for Samsung? Are they still stellar? Or are they going to
Yeah,
start
I
facing
mean,
some
that
headwinds?
product is getting great reviews so far, and I think that Samsung maybe have been ruled uncool in the UK, but obviously customers think otherwise. And so I think that every day that this case goes on and that Apple can't get an injunction enforced against sales is a day they're losing market share to Samsung.
So Samsung's just sort of picking it up from Apple. Do you think that will continue?
Yeah, I do. I think their smartphones are doing fantastic in the key growth markets in China and the rest of Asia, and I think that their new Notes are going to do pretty well. The key for Apple really is just get your new product out. I mean, get that iPhone 5 out. It was supposed to be in June. Now it's looking like September. If they can get that out and get their cool factor back, then they can start to nibble away, retain that market share lead that they've got.
All right, another big week for Samsung and Sinopec. Wayne
Yeah.
Arnold, thanks very much.
Thanks, Tara.